movies from LuisRevere.com. This is my YouTube channel, Luis Revere. Subscribe if you want to, of course. This is just a channel that I'm just using to share my thoughts and views on music, movies, and I'm still evolving. I'm learning. I am a guy who barely talks, and I'm here in front of a camera trying to talk a little bit about what I like. Really, is nothing. So I have a web page. Is www.luisrevere.com. You can go there. You will find articles about movies, music, artists, and these videos are also there. They're on YouTube, and they're on the web page. And what I wanted to do was from now on, I'm gonna try to do two videos weekly. I wanted to do one where I can talk about movies, and one when I talk about music. So far, most of my videos have been about music. So this episode is gonna be focusing on a movie, and this episode I'm gonna call them Spotlight, where I will pick one film. It could be a new one, it could be an old one, and talk about it. And hopefully, if someone wants to comment their opinions, I do this basically because I believe that, this movie, I'm sure everyone has seen it, but I'm sure that I might pick one that not everyone is familiar with them, and hopefully inspired to see a new film if someone hasn't seen it. And in the same way, I hope that someone in the comments uh, tells me about a film that I haven't seen, so I might see it. That's what this is all about. This is not about hopefully arguing or telling me the movie sucks. If you don't like it, you can say you don't like it. I just hope is I see too many people discussing things and taking it to levels that I don't think they should go. But anyway, so this is episode. It's gonna be like the first in this format, and I want to focus on a film that is considered the first blockbuster. I'm sure with that, you know by now what movies I'm talking about. Um, this is a film that has fascinated me for the longest time. I have seen it a lot of times. It's, it doesn't frighten me in the same way when I was a child, but the impact it had when I used to see it younger, it was such amazing. And it's the film that I think began this little man's career. None other than Steven Spielberg, and I'm talking about Jaws. I'm sure there's little I could say that is new about the movie. So the story is simple. This little town that basically lives off summer when people visit the beach, and that's where they make most of their earnings. And they are stuck with this shark that's attacking the beaches. So Chief Brody has to convince the mayor to shut down the beaches while they try to hunt down this massive shark. The film stars Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw, and I think it's Rob Snyder, um, Roy Scheider. I'm sorry. Um, so they are the three main characters. You got Chief Brody. Richard Dreyfuss plays a shark scientist, and Robert Shaw plays Quint, the guy who volunteers to hunt down this big shark. Um, so I think it's amazing to me how Spielberg showed his genius right on, and I think he has said in interviews. The stories are very well known about the shark never working because they didn't have the technology now, which I think sometimes the lack of technology benefited many films. This is one of them. I know that you look at the film now, and the shark obviously looks false. I know that, but still, the way Spielberg did it, it still shocks you when you see that the Bruce, the shark. So, so I know that it was kind of like a luck situation. Because when Spielberg realized that the shark wasn't working, he thought of this idea to continue filming, and I think that idea made the film a little bit more scarier because you never saw the thing. I mean, you spend an hour of the film where you only see like a shadow in one scene, but you never see it. You just hear the amazing, brilliant John Williams score, which is the only thing that lets you know that the shark is coming. And I I think Spielberg said himself that it was luck because it wasn't planned that way. They were going to use the shark from the beginning, but the build up is so big that when you first see it, you believe it's a real thing because the mind game of never seeing this thing that was killing these people, it was just so brilliant, and I think that made the film better to me. The fact that it's your imagination that's scaring you for the first hour and a half of the movie, because you're imagining the shark itself. You don't know how it looks. You don't know anything about it. So that to me is it really what makes this film what it is, and also the brilliant part of how Spielberg managed this. In maybe another director would have gone the complete frightening route. Spielberg made it terrifying, but yet like an adventure. I mean, when the three guys go on a boat, and this is also due to the score. The score feels like this is an adventure. We're going on an adventure trying to kill this shark. So it's scary, but yet it's an adventure. So it's a nice mix. I realized this as I was watching it the other day because I'm talking about it because I saw it I think just yesterday, and I kind of realized that I mean this is isn't this supposed to be like the scary thriller film, and yet the music and how they're managing, how they're reacting to it, it all seems like just this amazing adventure that these guys are going on, in spite of the seriousness of what they were doing. Um, so basically, that's the film. And this edition, and this is the Blu-ray edition, has a lot of cool stuff in it. I mean, if you haven't got it, there's an amazing documentary here, "The Shark is Still Working," which analyzes the impact that this film had, which was huge. I mean, I never got to see it in the theater. I hope they never do a remake of it and instead put this version again in a movie theater because I would go and see it in a heartbeat. Because I can't imagine what it would be like seeing this movie in a big screen, let alone if they did like what they did with Jurassic Park and put it 3D. I mean, I would go uh, like a real masochist, but I would see it. Um, there are a lot of cool documentaries here about the making of Jaws, and they're really interesting. I really enjoyed um, this version of the DVD. Um, I don't know if it wasn't for this movie, would it be Shark Week? I don't know because this, I mean, it's in part is for Ron because of the hunting side of it, but it also got people really interested in the animal. And I love that Peter Benchley dedicated his life in preserving them after he felt his book uh, did the opposite for sharks. Um, Now this film is is an example of a movie where I don't think they should have made sequels. Now I love the four films just because I'm fascinated by the sharks, but I admit that the second one was good. Uh, Schneider comes back. Um, it was good. It was not bad. It was not the first one. But the three and the four, boy, I think they're bad. And I mean, I enjoy them and I see them, but story wise and even logic wise, this is a film that they should have left it alone. And by God, I hope they never do a remake of it. This film should never be redone by anyone. If you want new crowds to go and see it, let them see the original. I mean, that's my opinion anyway. Just let them go and see the original. Um, and if by some stroke of miracle you haven't seen it, I'm still amazed that this is PG, but uh, it is a great film, and it's this Spielberg had made another film, but this is the movie that I think made him. I think it was nominated and won Academy Awards for the scores, and it was nominated for Best Picture. Spielberg was not nominated for directing. So anyway, this is a cool version. The Blu-ray DVD has a cool. If you look at it, it has a cool little book in it with storybooks and all the things. And I also have Just 3, which is really bad because it was supposed to be 3D, and now you cannot have it 3D, and the shark doesn't move. There's a scene where the shark just keeps going straight. They're supposed to be going, so it looks bad now. So when I think of Jaws, I just rather stick to the original. And what else can be said about this film? It's one of the best ever. So I hope you enjoyed it. I won't make these videos too long. I don't know. I'm gonna pick another movie next week, and put it on the spotlight. So have a great day, everyone. Remember to subscribe if you want to keep watching the videos, and comment below your thoughts on the film. Bye.